Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here. This time doing my first Halloween film review for 2024. And this one is on the 1982 short film Vincent. Now, as you know, I'm starting a little early. This is because I've been working multiple jobs now. I haven't had much time to do proper filming review. So I wanted to get early on my October stuff because I wanted to get to work a bit earlier to finish them up. So the first one I'm doing is Vincent. So Vincent is supposed to be a 1982 stop motion animated short film which was written, designed, and directed by Tim Burton, who gave us films like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Corpse Bride, Beetlejuice, as well as its sequel. And the whole point of the film is meant to be narrated as well as a sort of love letter to Tim Burton's long-lived idol, Vincent Price, who was in films like The Pit and the Pendulum, The Great Mouse Detective, and The Fly. And the premise of the film is meant to follow Vincent Malloy, who pretty much pretends and acts like his favourite actor, Vincent Price, who is the narrator for the film. And throughout the film, we see how Vincent Price has two identities. Vincent Malloy, who is this sweet kid who kind of is a little more happy-go-lucky and kind of lives this normal life. But when he's Vincent Price, he lives the life of his idol. As, he kind of gets inspired by the stuff that he does. We kind of see how he has these thoughts about doing things to his family members, experimenting on his dog, and so on. And I think what the film gets right at is showing how, living in your make-believe world can come with dangerous consequences. As we do kind of see how, due to after reading Edgar Allan Poe's story The Raven, we do see how Vincent Malloy's mum does get furious with him, and we do kind of see how it gets overboard near the end. And I think the film does a good job in pointing out that it's okay to like something, but you don't need to go overboard. And I think there's a lot of people who get inspired by, say, their favourite writer, their favourite artist, their favourite influencer and that. But I think sometimes they do take things too far, then understanding the consequences of their actions. And I think this happens a lot with people as they get first they get this taste of love for something, they kind of get into something, but they end up kind of not separating fantasy from reality. And I get it, this was also Tim Burton's own personal story growing up as a kid, but I think from the way I've seen things with social media, people around me, as well as from my own personal experience, there is a difference between fantasy and reality. Reality is more accepting things for what it is, but also understanding the consequences of taking your love for things too far. Well, fantasy is more being inspired by a story, having this sense of understanding what the moral is, and understanding that the writers are just trying to do a simple story or a simple actor to try and make a good amount of income to do a good story. I think with 6 minutes, it does a good job in showing you who Vincent Malloy is. He's meant to be this kid who loves Vincent Price, but we kind of see how he ends up kind of over time taking his love for things too far. And I think, well, it's not perfect as a film. I think it has potential to be a more modern version. And I think keep in mind that, it's like looking at Matt Groening's idea of Life for Hell, or it's kind of like looking at the Berserk pilot, or it's kind of like looking at Vizzy Pop's early ideas before Hell the Boss. There's always intentions to try and do something bigger, something different, and going back on your old projects to see if you can fix it up. I think it's not a good introduction just yet, but I think it could work if they make the film a lot longer and try and show Vincent Malloy being this gothic kid who's interested in the world of gothic actors, gothic poets, and it could definitely work. So I think it definitely deserves a thumbs up. Still good and still enjoyable. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.